Alright, hello and welcome gamers to another episode of Vidja Game Hunting. This week I've got a little bit of some garage sale pickups, thrift stores, and a couple pawn shop finds. So to kick it off here, I'm going to start it off with my garage sale pickups. Neighboring town was having a citywide garage sale, something they do every fall. They hold it in their local gym. And I went to check it out, even though I've not had luck there in the past, so that it was at least worth trying. It's usually one of those deals where it's just full of people, and you got to be right there, right in line right away, and you might get something. Even then, your odds aren't good. But I do have some footage of that so you can get an idea of the size of this sale, so check that out. Okay, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of people. But I did find some PlayStation 2 games at another booth for $1 a piece. So I got Psyops, which I don't know a lot about this one, never played it actually. And then Silent Hill 2, which I don't think I've ever played this one. I've played the first Silent Hill, but I believe that's about it actually. And then Time Splitters 2, which is a fantastic first-person shooter. Great multiplayer for the PlayStation 2. If you've got some friends and multi-tap, that's an excellent game. And then I didn't find much other than that. On my way out, I looked over, just kind of on my second pass through, heading towards the door. There was a lady selling some DVDs, and she had a stack of HD DVDs, which of course no one was picking up. That format's been dead for quite some time. But buried under that, I just happened to notice the Xbox logo, the original Xbox logo, and I saw this, the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy. Picked it up, $8. Great deal. I didn't realize how valuable that was. It's going for quite a bit more than that. But it's a great collection here. You can see the case has got manuals, maps for each game, nice little fold-out, and they all look almost brand new. It looks like the only one that might have been played was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which makes sense, because at the time that this came out, San Andreas was the newest and by far the best, in my opinion, of the trilogy on the original Xbox and PlayStation 2. And this one's got some nice features that the PlayStation 2 doesn't have. It's got some upgraded visuals, and then it's got custom soundtracks because of the hard drive on the Xbox that allows that, which is cool. So that was it for garage sale pickups. Now, the wife and I had taken a weekend trip to Minneapolis, and on our way back we stopped into St. Cloud, Minnesota. I've had luck there in the past. I've got quite a few pawn shops and thrift stores, and I've gotten some decent deals. So we stopped there, and I hit their Pawn America. Didn't find much. A lot of stuff. A lot of it was very generic and overpriced, sports games, things like that. But I did find Mischief Makers for the N64, which I've been wanting for a while. I've seen a lot of Let's Plays on it. It looks like a pretty entertaining game. I also picked up Daytona USA for the Sega Saturn. When I picked my Saturn up, I did get this game with it, but it was scratched and wouldn't read. And this was $5, which is about what it would cost me to get it resurfaced anyway, so I figured why not just buy another working copy. And I got some PlayStation 1 games here. I believe these were $1 a piece. 2 Extreme, which this is a terrible game. It's sort of a Road Rash ripoff with the action sports, I guess, thrown in there. And of course, you know, 2 Extreme, such a great name from the 90s because everything was X Games and Extreme.
Check it out, Extreme Center!
But the funny thing about this game, I used to get the original official PlayStation magazine, and they always had a top 10 best-selling games from the system from the month prior. And they would always give like a little description of each game. And the editors, when this one was up there, it stayed in the top 10 forever. We were just pleading with people. There was no description on the game. It was just pleading with them not to purchase this piece of crap. So every time I see it, I laugh. I actually did play that game a lot. I don't know why. It's terrible. Next up is a kind of a unique racer, Roll Cage. In this game, you've got weapons and power-ups. And what's kind of unique is your cars get the ability to flip over. It can ride either upside down or upright. Kind of neat. Last pickup is ESPN X Game Pro Border. I had this game back in the day. I grew up snowboarding, so of course I grabbed this one. The game itself isn't exceptional. What I liked about it more than anything was I had it in my CD player all the time because the soundtrack is fantastic. You got Foo Fighters, NoFX, Rancid, Pulley. It's just a great, great soundtrack. Next up, after the Pawn America stop in St. Cloud, we went to their Savers. I've never found anything worthwhile at a Savers ever, anywhere, but we decided to give it a shot. I've got some footage of that right here. Yeah, so as you can see, they had quite a bit of stuff. All of it is overpriced, though, especially the systems. There were no cords with any of those. $15 for a PlayStation, $20 for a Genesis. At the very bottom of one of the bins, I ended up finding a golf game for the NES, and that was about it. I just wanted to get something. I didn't know what I was going to find the rest of the day, and that was 99 cents, so I'll add that one to the collection. I do have one pickup from a video game store. I grabbed Vindicators for the NES. I'm really into collecting these Tengen cards lately. I'm trying to get as many of them as I can. I didn't own that one. Still haven't tried it yet. And then probably, the best pickup was from the local Pawn America here, and I found a copy of Zelda Ocarina of Time with the Master Quest for the GameCube. And these games have been going up in price on the GameCube lately. This is one I had when I owned my GameCube originally, and I sold everything off, so I was happy to get it back. They were asking $25 for this, which isn't a steal by any means, but the price is going up on it, so it's the best price I'd seen anytime recently. And I went up to the counter. They had this locked in a plastic protective case, and I had them pull it out, open it for me so I could check out the disc. And when I pulled it open, I saw that it was complete, manual and everything, and then a second disc popped out. And that disc was actually the Zelda Collector's Edition disc for the GameCube as well, which is a steal. To get both of these combined complete, you're looking at almost $100 depending on where you're getting them. And I quickly grabbed this off the counter, put it back in the case, pretended like it should be there, paid for it, and got the hell out of there before they questioned it. But yeah, amazing find to get both of these games for $25. Even though this one's loose, it's still a great deal. And I already own this one. I've got the case for it, don't have a manual. But, so that'll be great to just trade off or sell, basically pay for this one. So yeah, incredible find, incredibly lucky, but I was pumped to get it. It was definitely a great deal. And that is all for this week, guys. I do have some more footage coming up, some more pickups. Garage sales are pretty much done here. I might have one more weekend, but I doubt it. So stay tuned, I'll have more content coming. It just might end up being more stuff from pawn shops and thrift stores coming up as the weather gets colder here. Thanks for watching, guys.